are you, grade 7? Last lesson of this chapter, chapter 17. We have to take something new today, surface area and volume of spheres. Surface area and volume of sphere. So we have to start with this question. I need to understand how do you find the surface area and volume of a sphere. I have to know two formulas now, the surface area formula and volume formula. So, but this, remember, was a sphere. So the surface area of a sphere, of this sphere is, of any sphere, surface area 4 by r bar 2. This area, remember, bar 2. This your hint. You have to remember this. But volume of sphere, 4 over 3 by r bar 3. Volume, the unit always power 3. So remember, we're dealing with 3 and 3. So we find the volume of sphere with this formula. So now we have the first example. Find the surface area of the sphere. Give an exact answer in terms of pi. Your radius here is 10. So my formula here, you have to recall, is 4 by r square. So this is your formula. So I have to change r with these numbers. Okay, so we have to remember this. 4 by r power 2. I replace this with 10. So now 4 by 10 power 2. In the term of pi, I mean let pi is the same. So I have to change it now with 4 times 10 times 10, because 10 power 2 is 100 times 4, 400 pi. I drop pi. So this is my surface area. Easy if you remember the formula. So remember the formula of surface area of a sphere. Now the second type. I give you here diameter, not radius. We deal with this together before. How to change diameter to radius? By dividing by 2. So this ball with diameter 22, I have to divide it by 2. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. Now I have to find my surface area. My surface area again, remember? Yes, you have to recall it. Recall this formula? Yes, 4 by r bar 2. So I change r here with 11. In the term of pi, no, I have to change by also 3.14. So this my result. I change by 3.14. Then my result to the nearest centimeter, meaning to the nearest ones, mean no decimal point. Okay, so this my result in the simplest form, to the nearest ones or unit. Now we're going to something else. We need to find now the radius. I give you surface area, so the inverse. So how I find the radius? So recall your formula again. Your formula here, you remember, 4 by r square. So this is my formula. I change surface area, replace it with this number. So it will be like this. Now I have to make it as an equation. How I get rid of anything around my require. My require is radius, so I need the radius. This is my variable here. I need this. So I have to cancel anything around this variable. So this 4 and pi, this next to or stuck with r square. So I have to cancel it. How I cancel it? With the inverse operation. The operation here is multiply. So the inverse one is divide. So I divide the both sides by 4 pi. So I cancel here by, say to by pi. So by pi, by pi, by. So we cancel by and by. And 4 pi and 4 pi similar. If we divide anything similar to each other, so will be give me 1. So cancel here. So 4 pi divided by 4 pi is 1. So this is my final answer. Now I need to make r square as r. So we have something to cancel square. Mean, yes, square root. So the square root of r bar 2 and square root of 64. So the square root of r bar 2 is r and 64 is 8. Maybe I give you something help you more or easier than this. If you know how to replace all of this and make as r will be more good. So I change my formula to be suitable for my this example 3. To find the radius, I need the radius alone. Anything next to this r, I have to put in the other side with the inverse sign. So I divide by 4 pi. So this going as 4 pi. And to cancel r power 2, I have to take the square root. So this my formula for finding radius. I think is easy and clear now. So this maybe help you and make it in one step. Now we're going to volume. Example 4 depend on how to find volume. So the volume here is 4 over 3 by r power 3. So if you recall this volume of this formula good, you can find your volume. So I have to put now my volume. So my volume again, 4 over 3 by r power 3. I know my radius is 6.7. I have also my pi is 3.14. So I replace everything here. I replace it with this number. This number gives me the final answer. So I make it 4 over 3, 3.14, 6.7, but remember power 3. So this gives me the volume. I think easy again, but you have to know your formula. Now we're going to something else. Pearl here has a diameter 12. So a pearl has a diameter. So a pearl here is a shape or object with form of a sphere. So we're dealing with a sphere. I need the volume. So, but here I'm dealing with diameter. No, I need to dealing with radius. We take it before, for like example 2, I remember, and we take it before in the other lessons. So we have to divide my radius by 2. So this is my radius. So I have to divide my diameter by 2. So this is my radius, 6 millimeter. So I change the volume with these values. Then I have my volume. Now how I find the surface. So we have a practice here with find the surface area of the sphere, give exact answers in the term of pi. So the formula again, you remember the formula of surface area? Yes, 4 by r square. So I replace this. I have a problem. This is not radius. This is a diameter. Again, yes, of course, you're right. You have to divide it by 2. So this is 8. Now I replace by. No, I have to let it because in the term of pi. So 4 pi, I change r with 8, and you have now 256 pi. This is your area or surface area. A spherical green bee has a radius 0.2 and your pi is 3.14. The form of volume, you remember the volume? Yes, 4 over 3 by r over 3. This consists of many 3 because this volume. Just remember this. This something is related for you to remember your volume. So the radius here is 0.2, right? So I have to change everything here with r with 0.2 and by 3.14. And finally, I have this result. To the nearest thousand mean I have to find 3 digits like this in the simplest form with the way of rounding, you remember. Now we have practice. This practice for you. I just give you here the final answer. But I need to see your steps. You have to take picture for this. If you can send it for me if you have any problem to check this right or wrong. Okay. Now we have to remember I have to find the surface area. So 4 pi r square. I have not r is diameter. I have to change diameter by dividing by 2. So I have my radius. This radius, this radius. Replace your radius in your form again. 4 pi r square. You will have your surface area. This is your final answer. I need your steps. Find the volume of each sphere. Your pi is 3.14. Round the answer to the nearest hundredth. So I want to find the volume here. So remember the volume 4 over 3 by r power 3. And here the radius. Here I dealing with diameter. So 2.5 is my radius. And here my diameter again. So 1.5. So 0.75 is my half here. You divide it by 2. So this dealing with this answer and replace it with 4 over 3 by r power 3 and bring the answers. The same here, the same for everything. The diameter I can give it to you like this, or I can give it to you like this. Okay, both of them the same. You imagine you have a circle here. So this is your diameter as this is a diameter. So this 5, this 5. All diameters are the same in your sphere. So find your answer. This is your final answer and try to make it with your way. Now I'm dealing with another example or mixed example or composite example. Hemisphere is half of the circle, is half of the sphere. But here to find the surface area, you have to find the surface area of a sphere. We take it from y, and we have to find the area of circle, both of them, and make it plus together. So this is my form. I have to find the half of a sphere, the area of surface area of a sphere, and also the area of my base mean of my circle. The area of the base of a sphere mean the circle. So I place everything. This 6 is my radius. I can find the area of circle. I have to find now the half of the hemisphere with my rule. So I have everything. Now you bring your answer. Now the volume, half the volume. So you put multiply by half. My volume here, we practice with this from few minutes. Then you replace with R, so you have your result. Now a spherical scoop of ice cream is placed on top. So on the top of this, I have this my hemisphere here. This is my form, this is my ice cream. I know you love it. So we make it with as a geometrical way. We have here hemisphere and I have here down. Here is as a cone here. So we have to find now the surface area. Find the total outside surface area, the total outside surface area. So this is my rule. I can deal with this. This is my slant, it's my L. It's 8, this is my radius. I have everything, I can replace it, 3.14, so I can find my. Now this is the time for the other homework. My homework is your page here, 161, 162, but I need from you just concentrate with your formulas. I give you everything you have to practice and remember your formulas. This is the way to be good. Okay, I waiting for your picture for the answers, but make it clear as you can, please. I have to check, so you have to make it clear to check it for you and make the steps just at least 2 steps.